Our question for today is, what happens after death?
Great question.
Mhm.
And there's only one place we can find the answer.
We got to go to the Bible, don't we?
We
have
do.
a Bible question. We have to go to the Bible.
That's right.
Well, where do we start? Okay. Well, initially, we can look at Hebrews chapter 9 and 27.
Okay.
As it is appointed for man once to die, then after this comes the judgment. So directly related to the question, then after this comes the judgment. But there might be something in between there that can give us, and the Bible can also give us a better picture of what that might look like. I'm reminded of Luke chapter 16.
Okay.
The rich man and Lazarus. When you look at Luke 16 and you see verses 19 through 31, that's the account of the rich man and Lazarus. There are several things that tells us about what takes place in that account. Here was a rich man and there was Lazarus, and they both died, and the Lazarus is carried into Abraham's bosom, and therefore the rich man, he's the one who ends up in torment. Okay. He's the one in torment. So people have the question of annihilation. Is that what happens after death? Well, this verse dispels that and tells us several things that also will take place. After death, you can see that man is conscious.
Yes.
Because we see both the rich man and Lazarus are conscious, and they are aware of what's taking place. They feel. He's in torment. So he's feeling. He's not pleased with what is happening. He feels pain in this place after he's died. He's feeling, he remembers his brethren. So remembrance is something that's there as well after death. He remembers, hey, I have brothers. Please go and warn them of this place, that they need not to come to it. And there's a recognition as well. He recognizes not only Lazarus, but he recognizes Abraham as well.
Exactly.
So there's several things that you can note there that, okay, after death, there's not just an annihilation. There's not, I'm not conscious, I don't remember this. No, that after death, he was feeling, he felt pain, he was conscious, he remembered all of these things.
Well, and that's the key. The Bible is the only place that we have information about what happens after death. I mean, when someone dies, what we see is all we know. Right. Nobody has gone beyond the grave and come back to explain everything the way the Bible does. And so Luke 16 is a great place to start, but the Bible's full of references to what happens after death. And one of the things I think of is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 42. So also is the resurrection of the dead. The body is sown in corruption. It is raised in incorruption. Paul also in Philippians chapter 3 talks about that he wants to obtain that resurrection. We see in Revelation chapter 20, it talks about the first resurrection, and then it talks about the second death. And so not only do we have that picture that you just described as you read there from Luke 16, but there's a lot more. For example, in Revelation 20, there towards the end, it talks about the fact that all will stand before a throne, and those who are not found in the book of life are thrown into a lake of fire. That's called the second death. We know that that is also eternal, just as much as heaven is.
Right. Yep. So there's many different passages that you could go to kind of get your answer, and we've just given you a few. As we talked about, 9:27 just tells us directly we will die. But ultimately, we will reach the judgment, and kind of there in Luke 16 is that medium piece for us, because Jesus likens that to be in the Hadean realm. And so if we're in the holding place, it'll be just like that. And then ultimately, we have to go to the judgment.
Amen.